Hello and welcome to this Coda Minerals investor presentation. My name is Chris Stevens. I'm CEO and Executive Director of Coda Minerals. I won't present the disclaimer, but I will draw your attention to it. Now, Coda's at a fascinating and great stage in our development. We listed about 5 years ago, and we're now at the stage where we have proven our deposit up to a scoping study stage, and we are now deep in PFS. So we've conducted a significant amount of exploration. And now we are moving into the development phase as we move through studies and as we advance this deposit. Now, in an industry where the term Tier 1 is thrown around like confetti, we are truly located in a Tier 1 location. This is right next to BHP's Carrapateena mine, just a few kilometers to the south of Oak Dam West, and about an hour's drive south of Olympic Dam, where there's a major airport, 7 hours drive north of Adelaide, located close to the town of Woomera. So it's one of the best places on the planet to be developing a mine, and we're at one of the most fascinating and exciting stages for the commercialization of a project. Investors tend to discount scoping stage projects, and rightly so. As we're now moved heavily into PFS, we've got an advancing project as we move through those commercialization stages, right in some of the best commodities that you could possibly hope for. Copper, absolutely integral to everything from data centers and energy transfer. Silver, integral to photovoltaics, so solar panels, and as well as a proxy for investment, generally tracks gold around 60 to 1 on that gold to silver price. Cobalt is an interesting commodity for us. We have a significant amount of cobalt in the mine plan, but we are currently looking at different ways to process that. As it currently stands, this is a copper and silver project in a rapidly advancing copper and silver market. There's over 1 million contained tons of copper equivalent. That's about 800,000 tons of copper across the tenement, about 30 million ounces of silver, and then significant cobalt, about 35,000 tons of cobalt across the tenement in resources. We're currently updating the mineral resource estimate, and we expect to put out a maiden reserve together with our PFS when we deliver that in Q1 of 2027. Talking briefly to the corporate structure, there are 400 million shares on issue, market cap of about $50 million, which puts us squarely in that sort of scoping study into PFS stage company as we advance the project. We just did a capital raise recently, and we've got another $2 million to be approved in a tranche 2 EGM early August. So again, sitting very well for cash. You can see our share price has tracked pretty well in that sort of 12 to 15 cent mark in what are very volatile times. Now, the board is extremely experienced, 17 projects between Paul and Robin alone in their careers. Colin is a very experienced copper guy, again, with a track record. Newcrest, he's on the board of Ramelius, on the board of Minres as well. So again, we have a huge amount of experience on our board, what I like to call real true adult supervision for this project, people who've done this before. Now, I'll talk briefly to the scoping study. This most recent update was February, and again, what it really shows, and we released an update with some few updated some assumptions as the copper and silver prices had really gone flying. And you can see the huge leverage to copper and silver in this scoping study. One of the key things here, 454,000 tons of estimated production over life of mine. Copper, about 32,000 tons per annum. Again, silver, this is a material amount of silver. 20 moz in the mine plan, 1.4 million ounces per annum at a steady state. This gives us a huge amount of flexibility in the project and really gives some answers to that how are you going to fund it question that shareholders so much like to ask, and I'll talk about that in a second. So why does the PFS matter? We keep talking about PFS, 3 little words, but what we've seen in Australian copper companies is this huge uplift with some of our peers, and I've talked about this with Matt on some of the more in-depth deep dives that we do on Crux, but really that PFS stage project. So you look at some of our peers, New World Resources are trading around the sort of 1 to 2 cent mark for a lot of that PFS into scoping study, taken out by Kinterra for about 285 million Australian dollars, roughly, I think it was 6.7 cents. So huge uplift. Again, you saw this with Xanadu, 2 to 8 cents. You saw this with Rex Minerals as well in South Australia. So a lot of track record. We are treading a very, very well understood pathway. But why do investors discount projects at this stage? Well, at the scoping stage, there's a lot of questions left unanswered. What we're doing is answering these just as copper and silver come into historic highs. So what are those questions? Well, location and approvals, usually the first one to me. Most engineering problems are solvable, but location, sovereign risk, heritage, environmental, very, very challenging to solve in a lot of jurisdictions. South Australia, one of the best places on the planet to be developing a mine. And our spot of South Australia as well, next to two established mines, two of the biggest mines in the world, Carrapateena and Olympic Dam, Oak Dam West, a major BHP project being developed just to our north. So again, huge access to infrastructure. There's rail, there's road, there's power grids. So South Australia is one of the world's most renewable power grids. It's very reliable, and again, huge support within the approvals pathway. We expect to get our stage 1 approvals very soon. Now, the mining, again, there's a mixture of open pit and underground. This gives a huge amount of optionality as we look to put together the reserve and the mine plan on this. Great strength. I've been into it in depth. There's more videos. Come and see our podcast, the podcast that we produce for more detail. But again, 2 open pits, 1 relatively shallow underground. And that underground is shallow by global standards. You know, you've got a lot of projects, Kazakhstan, Poland, the USA, Botswana, much deeper at comparable grades and thicknesses. So it is unusual in Australia, but it is not unusual globally. And we have some of the best mining engineers in the world working on this. I'll quickly talk to metallurgy. This has been one of the more challenging parts of the project, and recently we've really cracked the chemistry on a whole ore leach. There's a bit of complexity in this slide, and again, in a short pitch, I haven't got a lot of time to talk about it, but come and find the deep dives that we have on our website at CodaMinerals.com. Now, the whole ore leach, about 20% of the world's copper is produced via a leach. It gives us a lot of optionality to take this through to a final product. So you've got a final product of copper and silver, not reliant on overseas smelting, in one of the world's safest and most secure jurisdictions. There's a lot of value here. We're achieving plus 90% recoveries of both copper and silver from this leach process. We've largely cracked the chemistry. Our next stage is putting together the final sort of production design criteria and getting those off to the engineers, which we're right in the middle of doing now. So again, I've talked a bit to the financial metrics, that beautiful post-tax NPV, post-tax IRR at just $10,500 per ton copper in a currently 13,000 ton market, $60 per ounce silver, which is tracking about at spot. Great economics. This gives us a lot of room as we advance the PFS to really get the assumptions right and to make sure this is a development-ready project. So talking to development readiness, we have a huge amount of work in progress, updated MRE, which will lead to a maiden reserve. Metallurgy, watch this space, results coming very, very soon. Stage 1 approvals and mining, I expect to have these imminently. Every day I'm basically waiting on that. It should come through very shortly. Water drilling kicks off very, very shortly in the next week or so. PFS mine planning, process engineering. We expect to deliver this PFS, this big catalyst, as we advance the project. We expect to deliver this in Q1 of 2027. So huge amount of value. We're treading a well-worn path here. We know what we're doing. We're about halfway through that PFS. Most of the early stage trade-off work is now done, moving into serious engineering. It's an exciting time for Coda. Again, come and see our website at CodaMinerals.com. Check out the podcast called the Codcast. So search Coda Minerals Codcast on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We put a lot of media out there. We pride ourselves on being really open, really available, and really transparent. And I think we really do walk that talk. With that, I'll thank you very much for your time. We're always ready to answer questions at info@CodaMinerals.com. Thank you.